Would you believe these stunning spring decorations were made with paper napkins that cost less than $3? Today I'm sharing 10 genius paper napkin hacks that I think you'll really love. I was feeling crafty and wanted to do something easy and creative. All of these projects are so simple and I think you're gonna love them too. Hack number 7 is my absolute favorite, and this is gonna be perfect for a spring or Easter tablescape. Hack number 1 is an absolutely stunning paper napkin creation using only pillar candles, an iron, cheap paper napkins, and some parchment paper. To begin, remove all of the plies from the napkin except for that printed layer. This is gonna give you the best effect in the end. Then find some pillar candles. The safest would be faux candles that use real wax, or I'm using some pillar candles from IKEA. Position the napkin on the candle where you want the design and then layer on some parchment paper. This is really important so that you don't ruin your iron. Then you're gonna put your iron on a low heat setting and start ironing around that candle. This is going to gently press the napkin into the wax, creating this beautiful printed effect. Now I love floral, so I'm using floral napkins for all of these DIYs. My favorite places to find napkins would be the dollar store. Dollarama especially has fantastic ones. Places like HomeSense or Winners or Amazon. I'll link some of my favorite napkins down in that description box below, and they're all affordable and gorgeous. Once you're finished ironing the whole design onto your candle, you can gently trim everything off with some scissors. You can overlap the napkin slightly at the back and just iron that seam shut, and then trim off the top and the bottom. You can also iron those edges down, and don't forget to layer on that parchment paper. The genius thing about this hack is it creates gorgeous high-end looking candles that could be $25, $30 each, and you only spend a few dollars and maybe 5 minutes to make them. Just remember to use candles safely. Never ever leave candles unattended when you're using them. Again, the safest method would be to use faux candles. I used real ones, and I'm covering them up with flame-safe hurricane vases. Hack number 2 creates a gorgeous display for your next tea party, or even just if you want to enjoy a cute little cup of tea in the afternoon for yourself. This is perfect for Mother's Day brunch, Easter, or any sort of springtime gathering. You're going to want to use a large square napkin for this. Open it all the way up and then fold it in half like this so it creates a triangle shape. Then you're going to take that pointed end, fold it in half so the pointed end meets the middle of the napkin, and then in half one more time so you have a long rectangular shape with pointed ends. Then cross each end over the middle just like this, and then pinch that middle shut so that you have a bow shape. Now you're gonna thread this whole bow shape through the handle of a teacup. These teacups are from my shop, Cozy Prairie Linens Co., but really any teacup will work as long as it has a smaller handle. You can thrift some amazing teacups as well. Then you're gonna fluff out that bow, and look how cute this looks. It's such a sweet way to serve napkins with your tea. Hack number 3 upcycles an old spoon rack from the thrift store into a beautiful jewelry display. I found this spoon rack at the thrift store. I am always grabbing these because they make fantastic and cute upcycles for organization in my home. You can paint it just like I'm doing here. I'm just using some chalk style paint. And now comes the fun part with paper napkins. You're going to again remove all the plies of one of your favorite paper napkins and then cut out motifs from the napkin that you want on your spoon rack. I'm gonna apply a few along the sides of my spoon rack just like this. Take some Mod Podge and apply some where you want the motif to be. Gently spread that napkin motif on top of the Mod Podge, and then apply a final layer of Mod Podge over top to seal everything in. To finish off this spoon rack transformation, I'm taking a drill with a small bit and drilling holes in the top bracket so that I can add earrings to my spoon rack display. Now I'm gonna place my spoon rack on the wall in my bedroom, and it's perfect for storing jewelry. Necklaces are easy to store on these bottom racks, and then I can use those holes I drilled on the top rack to display earrings. The result is a custom jewelry organizer that looks so high-end. It cost me less than $10 to make. It's a fantastic way to organize my jewelry, and it looks so pretty too. Now hack number 4 is extremely simple but impressive. I think you're gonna love how this only takes literally 2 minutes to make. Simply grab an inexpensive frame from the dollar store. I found this gold frame, it's a 5x7 from Dollarama, and then take one of your favorite napkins. I love this peony napkin that I have, and I love that it has sort of gold beige undertones. Take apart your frame and use the backing as a template to cut a rectangle that's the same size out of your napkin. Then add the napkin inside the frame just like you would some art, place on that backing, and you have a beautiful little piece of art that's cheap and seasonal, and you can add it to your home decor. One idea is creating a gallery wall of different napkin designs, or maybe even add some fabric designs in there for something that's fun, floral, and colorful to make your home feel fresh for the season. This next hack transforms plain Easter eggs into something so cute. This would be a fun kids craft, or maybe get some friends together, have some snacks, and do this craft. Once again, you're gonna separate the layers of your napkin so you just have that top layer. I found these faux Easter eggs at the dollar store, but you could use real boiled eggs as well. It's completely up to you. And then start cutting your favorite motifs out of the napkins. I'm using floral napkins, so I'm cutting flowers of all sizes. Then you're going to apply a thin layer of Mod Podge onto your egg and start placing your pieces of napkin around the egg. Be creative with this. You can cover the whole egg if you like, or just cover little bits of the egg. Use your creativity and have fun with this craft. Once you've applied all of the napkin pieces on your egg, you're gonna seal it off with one final layer of Mod Podge. I love using matte Mod Podge, but you could also use gloss if you want a different finish. Let those eggs dry completely, and now you have gorgeous eggs that almost look like they're boutique hand-painted eggs that would be beautiful in your Easter decor this year. Hack number 6 is a small touch that's gonna make a big impression. I love this one. If you wanna store toilet paper rolls in your bathroom, you can make them look really cute with napkins. Simply take a napkin that is large enough to cover your toilet paper roll and wrap around it. Lay it down like this and start rolling your toilet paper roll up in the napkin. Make sure it overlaps on the end, and then take each side and stuff it into the hole of the toilet paper. This is fantastic in a guest bathroom, or if you have people coming over to celebrate Easter or any spring gathering. It's those little touches that can make a big difference in your home. Hack number 7, and this is my favorite, creates these beautiful floral frogs with air dry clay from the dollar store and paper napkins. To begin, grab some air dry clay. I found mine at Dollarama, my favorite place to get it, for only $2 Canadian, and then roll some out into a 1/4 inch thick circle. Find a round cookie cutter that's at least as big as the top of a mason jar, and then cut circles out of your air dry clay. Then find a smaller whole cookie cutter, or you can even use things around the house like a piping bag topper, for example. Punch a hole in the middle. Then use a metal straw and start punching holes all the way around that center hole. These are gonna create holes for your flowers to go through in the end. I'm making 3 of these, and I'm letting them dry on a piece of parchment paper. Once everything's dry, for me it took about 24 hours. Take one of your favorite napkins, take one of your favorite paper napkins, and use that floral frog as a template to cut a circle that's about 1/2 inch larger. Then take some Mod Podge and brush it on top of the frog. Add that piece of napkin and gently smooth it over. You're gonna also wanna apply Mod Podge on the sides and a bit along the back of your floral frog so that you can pull that napkin around. Then take your metal straw once again and re-punch those holes to make sure that the napkin isn't covering them. And then take one final layer of Mod Podge and a foam brush and seal everything up. Let that dry, and now you have the cutest way to display flowers in your home this season. You can add some water to a mason jar, pop one of these on top, and then add some flowers in the holes to create a really sweet display. These would easily cost $15 to $20 at a local craft store, but here I was able to make all 3 for less than a few dollars. This next hack takes a boring terracotta pot and turns it into something that looks so gorgeous for your home. To begin, take a terracotta pot from the dollar store. I found one at Walmart. They have some good deals there, and paint the whole thing with some white acrylic paint. I find that terracotta really soaks that paint up, so you might need a couple of coats. Once that's all dry, take a paper napkin, remove all the plies except for that top layer, and cut out your favorite motifs. I love this blue and white paper napkin. I think this is such a gorgeous and classic combo for spring. Take some Mod Podge, apply it to where you want your motifs to go on the pot, apply the paper napkin pieces, and then finish that off with a coat of Mod Podge on top to seal everything. I'm placing my motifs randomly on the pot, leaving some white paint showing. You might want to cover yours all up. It's completely up to you. Again, use your creativity and have fun with this one. These would be so sweet for spring plants or herbs, or a really cute gift for Mother's Day. You could pair it with a little potted plant. I love how mine looks with a faux IKEA plant in my entry. This next hack is so fun and easy. You can create a little decorative bowl for your mini eggs or your popcorn or whatever you want to display at your next spring party with a paper napkin. Take a large napkin, or you can use a smaller one and create different sizes of these, and fold each corner towards the center. Make sure to crease everything nicely so that this little paper bowl turns out. Then you're going to fold the corners once again into the center, making sure to crease everything along the way. Then flip this square upside down, fold all 4 corners into the center one more time. Now take a mason jar or a cup, flip the square right side up, flip this on the top of a mason jar to make sure it turns out the right shape, and then gently fold those corners down. You're going to finish by folding those flaps in the middle down as well, and just kind of curving them over the mason jar. Once you take this off, it's going to be the cutest bowl for your snacks. This would be a great display at an Easter or spring themed party, and this is just a fun thing to make to impress your friends and family. For this next hack, we're going to create a beautiful but simple spring wreath that is budget friendly but absolutely stunning. All you need is a hoop wreath form, or you could really use any sort of wreath form for this project depending on the look that you want. Take a paper napkin and remove all the plies except for that top layer. We want that nice light, airy tissue paper feel for this project. Then cut it into quarters so that you have 4 small squares per paper napkin. Pinch each square at the center and kind of fluff it up to create this little poof. You can twist the bottom just a little bit and bend it, and then apply a little bit of hot glue on your wreath form and stick that little poof piece into the hot glue. You're going to continue doing this, arranging each piece about 1 inch apart until you fill your whole wreath form. You could add some ribbon or something else to this wreath, but I actually love it just like this. It's so cute for a spring or summer decor accent, and again, I love this classic blue and white color scheme. If you love this video, I think you're gonna love this video that I'm gonna leave for you to watch next right here, where I take thrift store pieces and transform my breakfast nook into something cozy and beautiful for spring.